His next question: are you a fan of the current product, be it whether it's indie promotions or televised wrestling?
Am I a fan of
the current product?
Wrestling, period.
Yeah. Today.
Yeah, you know, I am. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm huge, you know, and I hope that whether you're a wrestler or a wannabe wrestler, or you're a fan, used to be, or just now being a fan, or maybe in the future you're going to be a fan, or whatever your tie-in is to wrestling, I think we should always, all of us, every one of us should pull for each company to succeed. You know, I want them all to do well, because, I mean, that is the business we are in, and you want the fans to have a choice. You want them to see the best possible product that you possibly can, and you want all those guys and girls that need a job, which includes me and Brock and everybody in the business. You just hope for it to do well and, succeed and be 3 or 4. You know, you got all kind of different TV shows you can watch. If you're just watching TV, you have a lot of choices. Wrestling, when it's at its best, are completely different, the shows. And that's what I hope for the business, to have it thrive. And everybody out there that wants to get a shot at this, I wish that they at least get one day being in the business, because it's, like I say all the time, it's the greatest way in the world to make a living.
There you go. I love what you said there. You don't want a carbon copy of the same show on every channel. You want variety. You want something different, something that looks and feels different. So,
and be successful.
And that's right. That's right.
We have plenty of companies. Yeah,
we have a lot of Siskel and Eberts out there now. They're ready to be the wrestling critics. But man, like you said, they employ a lot of people. A lot of people like we're still thriving, working in the business, from research guys to folks that are, writing for the Observer, to folks putting on podcasts that are listening to this, trying to get their so much comes and stems from the success of wrestling and the growth of wrestling. So you can only want it to do well. Aaron takes us in a different direction here. What's your Super Bowl prediction, Arn? Who's in it and who's going to win it?
I know what I would like for it to be: Detroit, Kansas City.
Okay.
Brock is a big fan of Detroit and that coach. And I think he's kind of
Dan Campbell. Yeah.
He's kind of gripped everybody.
Yeah.
And
he seems like he'd be an Arn Anderson fan, Dan Campbell.
I'm a Dan Campbell fan, I can tell you that. Go. And I'm a Detroit fan, but I get a lot of heat about this. I'm a Kansas City fan. And here's for one reason only. They are so fun to watch when they're hitting on all cylinders. Totally unpredictable. It's a whole different pro football. I mean,
fast break. Yeah.
They have so many weapons, and they have, that quarterback, he will make something happen when there is nothing available.
If the weapons are catching it, and that's been a problem this year, you're right. They are good. And Patrick Mahomes, you can never count him out. It's similar to Josh Allen, big old boy, just ran over my team in the playoffs. But you're right. I love Detroit. I love their spirit, their heart, what they're able to do after so many years of not even making the playoffs. You got to cheer for them. So that's who you want to see in the Super Bowl. Who do you think will be in the Super Bowl?
I think that's the one that'll be there.
Okay.
Is that a possibility?
So San Fran goes out. You don't think they're the number one seed in the NFC?
Thank you for saying that, because when I'm running them down, all the teams that are still in it and all that, And for some reason, like a goof, I forget about Kansas City. I forget about them. And you're talking about weapons and pieces on that team that their defense. I mean, name it, all the weapons that they have, the receivers, the kid that we let get out of here.
Yeah, McCaffrey, the running back.
I mean, all those guys are just, they got a hell of a team. It's incredible. You turn around and I think Green Bay needs to rebuild a little bit more. My God, they went off.
They did. They went off on the Cowboys. Now you and I are recording this early. This will come out on the 27th, so we'll know what's going on in terms of the next level of playoffs. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, that would be my dream game, and I don't even know if it's on anybody else's radar. But just from a story perspective, and remember, here's one of those facts. Again, these are the W's. Our quarterback and our Kansas City team has never had to play on the road since he's been with them.
Yeah.
They always had home field advantage. They never had to go on the road.
And again, we're way early on this podcast. Stuff could have already happened, but as we record, Mahomes hasn't gone to Buffalo yet. So after this drops, he will have already gone. So we'll find out. We will have known what happened in that game. So it'll be fun.
Yes.
It'll be fun.
Yes.
It'll be fun. We love football.
I'm going to enjoy the shit out of it.
Hell yeah.
I love football, as I know you do. And
oh, yeah.
The gentleman that had the question, I'm sure he is as well.